As Wisconsin citizens, we're lucky. We have more than 16 million acres of forest land. That means that almost half of the state is covered with trees. Did you know that most of this forested land is owned by people like you and me? So how do landowners take care of their forests? Let's take a look.
The first place they should start is with the local DNR forester. Every county is covered by a DNR forester. A professional forester can help establish an inventory of the property, what kind of trees are there, what kind of soils are there, the topography, all the physical factors that are out on the property, and also to get the landowner's objectives. Sometimes landowners aren't sure why they own the land or what they want to glean from the property, and so it's the forester's job to get that information and put those two together in a management plan, a map, and then a list of activities that will help that landowner accomplish those objectives, kind of like a roadmap.
Morning.
Hi, Marcia.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Hi, Marcia. I'm Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. We spoke on the phone.
Right.
Okay, and you are?
Reed.
Hi, Reed. Nice to meet you. And
Kelsey.
hi, Kelsey. Great. So you've got a new piece of property.
Yeah.
And remind me again what you want to do with your property.
Well, we really have a variety of interests. I like to go hiking and bird watching.
And for myself, I'd like to cut firewood for the fireplace rather than buying it.
Yeah, I'd really like some trails for cross-country skiing and some snowshoeing.
Okay.
And Dad promised to take us hunting.
You know, I know that you've worked with our neighbor, and he was saying something about working with him on sustainable forestry. I wonder, what is sustainable forestry?
Well, let's talk about that while we take a look at your property.
Sure, let's do that.
All right.
So what is sustainable forestry? Let's have Dr. Tom Steele from Kemp Research Station explain it to us.
The whole idea behind sustainable forestry is not just providing one benefit or one attribute from the forest, but providing a whole host of values from the forest. And many people have the impression that these different benefits, like wood, wildlife, and clean water, that they're mutually exclusive. And that's not the case at all. It's possible through sustainable forestry to provide a whole host of benefits, and what gets us there is sound stewardship practices, practices that are indeed sustainable, that consider all the values that the forest can provide. The main thing to understand about sustainable forestry and sustainable forestry practices is that they have their basis in maintaining ecological integrity. We start with the environment, the ecology of the system. That's where it begins. And by maintaining ecological integrity, we can then produce all the products, all the benefits, all the things that people want from the forest. What people need to understand is that we place incredible demands on our forest. We place demands for paper, for wood, for wildlife, for clean water, for pretty views. And in order to meet those demands, we have to practice sustainable forestry.
It's great.
It's a pleasure.
All right. So, Marcia, if that's what sustainable forestry is all about, how do we do it?
As we walked the property, we saw a lot of what it has to offer. And you've told me what you want to do with your property. Now I need to go back to the office and write a management plan so you can accomplish your goals. Okay?
Well, thanks so much.
You bet.
Nice to meet
It
you.
was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Great.
Thanks.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
A forest management plan includes an inventory of the site. The plan identifies what the landowner wants to do with the property, their goals and objectives. It explains the actions needed to achieve those objectives, and it identifies when those actions should be done. Actions include such things as prescribed burns, harvesting and thinning, planting, building trails, and creating wildlife habitat.
Hey, guys, the management plan came for the property.
Oh,
Anyone
cool.
want to take a look?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Let's see what Marcia had to say. Oh, wow. It says here that we're going to be creating some trails and planting some trees.
Good, just as we talked about.
And creating some wildlife openings. I guess that means we'll have to harvest some trees.
Wait, harvest trees, but doesn't that mean cutting them down? Why would we want to do that?
Well, remember when Marcia was here, she talked about harvesting?
What did she say again?
Timber harvest will rejuvenate the forests. We just emulate what nature does on its own through windstorms, through fires. That's all foresters do, is we try to mimic nature to try to regenerate the stand, try to improve the composition of the trees that are there to meet the landowner's objectives and needs. Make it better, make it healthier. A healthy forest will provide more opportunities for everyone.
Yeah, I do remember that. I guess it makes sense.
Right.
Take a look here.
Right.
Forest management is important to our everyday life. Wisconsin's forest managers and landowners go to great lengths to care for all the forest resources. Multiple use management means that you can snowmobile, birdwatch, hunt, or harvest trees on the same property. So how do we meet the needs of people now and in the future and still maintain the health and beauty of our forest land? The answer is sustainable forestry.